All right, today we are going deep. We're going to decode the single most complex, most fascinating object in the known universe, and it's sitting right between your ears. We're peeling back the layers of the human mind to really get at the hidden forces that are secretly running the show.
I mean, really think about it. Why did you pick that shirt this morning? Why do certain memories stick with you forever? Well, you can't remember what you had for lunch yesterday. We all like to think we're in the driver's seat, making these calm, rational choices. But are we really? And that's the heart of it, right there. This idea that while we're busy living our lives, thinking we're in full control, there's this invisible code, this powerful symphony quietly pulling the strings. Well, today we're going to start uncovering that code. So where does this code even come from? Well, a huge part of it is the mental shortcuts our brain creates. And look, to deal with the sheer chaos of the world, these shortcuts are brilliant, most of the time. But sometimes, oh boy, they can lead us down some pretty weird paths. Okay, get ready for this. Every single second, your brain is getting bombarded with this much information, 11 million bits. It's an absolute tsunami of data from your senses. But here's the crazy part. Out of all that, all 11 million bits, your conscious mind, the you that you think of as you, can only handle about 40. 40. So to deal with that massive gap, your brain has to take shortcuts. These are called heuristics. And this is where the so-called glitches in our thinking, our cognitive biases, are born. Let's start with a big one, confirmation bias. Basically, our brain doesn't act like a scientist, objectively looking for the truth. Nope. It acts like a lawyer, hired to defend our current beliefs. It's constantly searching for evidence that proves we were right all along. It's like your brain puts on a special pair of glasses. If you think all cats are mean, your brain literally highlights every single hiss, every scratch it sees, and files it away as Exhibit A. Meanwhile, any friendly purr or head nuzzle, it just kind of ignores it, doesn't fit the narrative. And then you've got the halo effect. This is where our mind sees one good thing about someone, maybe they're good looking, and just automatically puts this glowing halo over their whole personality. We just assume, oh, they must also be smart and kind and funny, without a single shred of actual evidence. And this one gets all of us. This is the little voice in your head that makes you finish a terrible movie just because you're already an hour in. Our brain hates the idea of wasting what we've already put in, whether it's time, money, or effort, more than it values making a good decision right now. But our brains don't operate in a vacuum. All these internal glitches, they get cranked up to 11 by one of the most powerful forces on the planet, other people. We are social animals through and through, and the people around us have this incredible, almost invisible sway over us. I mean, look at the classic Asch experiments. People were shown two cards, one with a line on it and another with 3 lines, and asked which one matched. The answer was painfully obvious. But when a group of actors all started giving the same wrong answer, a shocking number of people just went along with it, completely denying what their own eyes were telling them. That's the power of fitting in. And if you think conformity is powerful, well, our instinct for obedience goes even deeper. This brings us to one of the most famous and, frankly, most chilling experiments in all of psychology. Stanley Milgram wanted to know just how far people would go, just because someone in a lab coat told them to. The results? They were staggering. Just let that sink in. 65%, 2/3 of regular, ordinary people, just like you and me, were willing to administer what they thought were fatal electric shocks to a complete stranger just because an authority figure told them to keep going. It's a terrifying look at how our instinct to obey can completely shut down our own moral compass. Okay, so our thinking has glitches, and we're easily influenced by others. But our memories, surely our memories are safe, right? They're like a perfect video recording of the past. Well, not so much. This is probably the best way to think about it. Your memory isn't a file cabinet. It's more like a Wikipedia page that you and new experiences are constantly editing. Every time you recall something, you're not just playing it back, you're actually rebuilding it, sketching it out again from the key details, and maybe coloring it in a little differently each time. The psychologist Elizabeth Loftus proved this in a brilliant way. She showed people a video of a car accident. Later, she asked one group how fast the cars were going when they hit each other. She asked another group how fast they were going when they smashed into each other.
Just changing that one word made the smashed group remember seeing broken glass at the scene, even though there wasn't any. Our memories are that fragile. And on top of being editable, our brains are also ruthless about deleting information. The forgetting curve shows that if you learn something new but you don't actively review it or use it, you'll forget most of it, up to 70% within just 24 hours. Use it or lose it isn't just a saying, it's a fundamental law of your brain. So what's underneath all of this? What's driving our moment-to-moment feelings? At the very bottom of it all, it's just chemistry. It's this incredible cocktail of chemicals called neurotransmitters that create every feeling we have, from joy and love to motivation and sadness. And that whole emotional show is mostly run by these big four. You've got dopamine, which is all about motivation. It's the chemical of wanting something, the drive to chase a reward. Then there's oxytocin, the cuddle hormone. It's the social glue that builds trust and bonds. Serotonin is the mood stabilizer. It gives you that feeling of confidence, of well-being, that feeling that everything's okay. And finally, endorphins, which are basically your body's own natural painkiller, masking discomfort and creating that euphoric runner's high. This cocktail is firing in your brain all day, every day. So what's the point of knowing all this? Why does it matter? Because once you understand the code, you're not just a passive passenger being taken for a ride anymore. You can actually step into the driver's seat. This knowledge is a toolkit. It's a user's manual for your own brain.
When you know about these hidden forces, you can start to see them in action. You can catch yourself in a confirmation bias, you can understand why you feel pulled to conform with a group, and you can make choices that are actually truly your own.
Look, the human mind is brilliant, it's messy, it's beautiful, and it's full of bugs and features we're just beginning to understand. But knowing how it works, even just a little bit, is the first step toward living a more conscious, more intentional life. So now you've had a peek at the code. The real question is, what will